Okay, this doesn't have a job number yet, but I was able to stop by this site today. It's Northwest University campus. This campus is managed by National Management Resources. This is a company that I know of and have reached out to, and looks like we're trying to get some yearly contract work from them. This summer, they would like to do restriping, which is in all these areas marked in orange on the campus, and I'm going to go by each site to give you an idea of what it looks like. There's also some asphalt work that's going to need to be done, and the asphalt work I will show you. It will be labeled 7A, which is down in this end of the property at 7A, as well as some tree root damage that's there. And then at 8C, in this little parking lot here, there's going to be some asphalt work to do. There will also be seal coating at 8C and striping, and then there will be, from that last parking stall at 7B and all the way down into 7A, seal coat and striping as well. Let's go around and look at all the different locations. I have 11 locations for striping, and I've labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll see when I provide this map in Google Drive, it'll have the numbers and you can match it on the bid. The areas that are not marked in orange will not be done this year. They will be done either next year or the year after. But in this bid, we're supposed to include all speed bumps and all stop bars to be painted. There will also be some areas that we found, like note number 9, that says to paint red curbing, or at number 10 to paint some red curbing here. There's an added stop bar at number 11. All that information I will provide in the quantities when I save it to Google Drive. Okay, area number 1 for striping. This area right here. You've got white stall striping, red painted curb, yellow painted speed bumps, which I'll have that on a separate item because we have to do the speed bumps throughout the whole campus, not just in this area. Some white cross hatching and some ADA stencils. So within this section here, we've got 55 parking stalls that are 18 inches long. We've got one ADA stencil with blue background, 80 feet of red painted curb, and 3 each 8-inch reserve stencils. That's all the striping in area number 1. Oh, I'm sorry, cross hatching. There is 300 feet of white painted cross hatching. The red curbing needs to be scraped. I would say power washing the curbs would be the ideal thing to do here on this campus. So figure in a day of power washing curbs using the Snuffy and a blower to clean off the areas where the stall striping is. As you can see, it's kind of messy. So that's area number 1. I'll take you to the other areas. Okay, area number 2, which is near the front of campus. As you come in, campus is right, entrance is down there. You pull into the right. We've got this parking lot here. It's pretty empty right now. Stall count, 78 parking stalls, 18-inch long. And then there's 7 each of the 8-inch visitor stencils in area number 2. Let's take a look at area number 3. Area number 3, stall count, 13 stalls, 18 feet long. Okay, area number 4. What you see out here in this parking lot, pretty empty during the summer. The red curbing needs to be cleaned, power washed, as a matter of fact. So probably could be power washed in the same day as the curbing down in area 1. Stall count here, 65 parking stalls times 18 feet long. 2 ADA stencils with blue background. 160 feet of white painted crosshatch. 620 feet of red painted curb. And the red painted curb goes along this area right here, runs all the way down into area number 3, and is on the other side of the drive aisle in this area too. It comes up through here. As you can see, the red curb there. Alright, let's go to area 5. Okay, area number 5, which is at building 11. As you're coming up this road, it's to the left from the entrance. Pretty small parking lot here. Quantities for this lot: parking stalls 12 each, they're 18 feet long. ADA with blue background 1. Let's see here. White crosshatch 130 feet, yellow crosshatch 85 feet. Area number 7, as you come up the hill northeast 55th lane, which is right out here in front of me, you take a right, and down the stretch of this road are parallel stalls. Parallel stall count 24 each. A little bit of red painted curb right here. Red painted curb, 40 feet. And I'm not counting the speed bumps or the stop stencils yet. I'm going to give you those as a total in the end. Okay, area number 8, which is by the chapel. Chapel's that building right there. They want to restripe these stalls. As you can see, the planter here is smaller than the planter down there. And the original thought was that they would go from the center of this planter to the center of that planter and put in parking stalls. Well, the problem was, the last company that striped this, they brought the stall lines out at an angle, started in and made their way out, and it creates a pinch here in drive aisle space. So we need to black out 34 stalls here. And then we need to adjust this so that these lines come in closer and create a larger drive aisle space. There's 22 feet right now between these two lines. We need to bring it in and make it around 24 feet. So we're going to take these stall lines, bring them in after we black them out, bring them in about 2 to 3 feet, and we're going to keep these stall lines short enough to where we have a 24-foot drive lane in this area right here from this curbing. So there's wide enough space for fire department. And you could see last time they shortened up these stalls on the first 5 stalls, and then they widened them out. We'll need to taper these stalls from down that curb down to this curb. That last stall line is going to extend out, of course, but we need to extend it out a little bit farther to the left, a little bit more, and still create our proper drive aisle space. So there'll be the same amount of parking stalls here. It's just we need to adjust it down on this end and on this end, because right now it's too tight in the drive aisle space. We need to widen that drive aisle space, keep the width over here, and maybe extend out the first 2 or 3 stall lines. And as we get down here into these wider stalls, we can make them at least 18 feet long. So figure 34 stalls here and use 18 foot as your length. Okay, I forgot to give you area number 6 earlier, which is by the Academic Center. Just here, this stretch of parking is restripe, and stall count is 56 stalls, 17 feet long, 2 ADA stencils with blue background, and 160 feet of crosshatch. I'm going to drive up to this area right here, which is number 9, and I'm going to give you a quick view of the red painted curb. The red painted curb up here for number 9 is 80 feet of red curb on both sides. You'll see on the right, new curbing was put in but never painted. They wanted to match the other side where it is painted. So 80 feet of red painted curb for number 9. Since I'm at the entrance, I'm going to show you note number 11. It's at this street here, 114th Avenue and 53rd Street. They'd like to add a stop bar, a 12-inch stop bar. It's 12 inches by 15 feet long. They also want note number 10, which you'll see here. Note number 10, they want to paint the curbs down this road. So all the curb painting on the right and all the curb painting on the left, until you get down to this crosswalk, which is also considered a building 8C. They want to stop right here with the red curb. Total red painted curb down this road for note number 10 is 240 feet of red painted curb down 114th Avenue Northeast. Seal coat, striping, and some asphalt repairs I will provide. They'll be labeled 8C and 7A. Those I will provide on a spreadsheet with quantities. But let me show you at 8C what the asphalt damage is. And like I said, I'll give you quantities on the spreadsheet for the asphalt repair. But at 8C, we've got tree root damage coming all the way out through about 3 parking stalls there. We've also got a little tree root damage right here within the stall. So the idea would be to take out the asphalt in this first parking stall and then cut out the tree root damage in the next 2 parking stalls. Also at 8C, you've got the curb that's been moved up, but we won't replace it. It'll just lower down, but we will saw cut out the damaged asphalt here, take out the tree root damage. Tree root damage goes down about 4 stalls deep. We will replace that. We'll also seal coat it and stripe it. Okay, at building 7A, I'm at that last parking stall looking this direction where the crosswalk is. Where the crosswalk is, the seal coat stopped right here on the side of the crosswalk that's closest to me. This bid that I'll be providing on a spreadsheet is to seal coat straight across over to this curb here and all the way down this drive aisle, which you will see is all down this drive aisle. Stall striping, stall numbering, a little bit of red painted curb, and some asphalt repair is right down here at the end where there's a trash enclosure. There's tree root damage, and we'll take a look at that. There's also tree root damage at about midway point, and I'll show you that here real quick. Okay, so I'm driving into 7A, the drive aisle, and as we get close to this truck here, there's some tree root damage right here that I will account for in the spreadsheet. We'll replace that with some new asphalt. And then down here at the end, where the trash enclosure is, we've got asphalt damage, tree root damage in this whole area where this trash enclosure is, all coming from these trees over here. So we'll replace this whole area of asphalt and seal coat it and restripe it. Okay, there is a circular driveway that you see here, right here. Comes into this parking lot here to my right. I'll provide seal coat and striping quantities for what's considered the Barton building. It's a circular drive aisle, very shaded, so power washing will not be needed, but heavy cleaning with a Snuffy and wire brooms definitely necessary. Goes in a circular drive, and I will provide all these quantities on a spreadsheet, and I'll save it to Google Drive. Okay, asphalt repair at the chapel. Here's the chapel. They've got just a little asphalt berm going on right here to keep water from traveling down their sidewalk. They'd like to make it not so abrupt, so we're looking at taking out this asphalt berm and making it a little bit more gradual of a bump. So take it out about 12 inches to 2 feet, which means we would start the asphalt back here 2 feet, taper it out, run it up, and then taper it back to the curb about 2 feet past that. Distance on this asphalt to remove is 20 feet, and then we would put back in a 24 foot by 2 foot asphalt. Kind of would look like a speed bump. We'd only make it a few inches tall, but we just want to make it gradual so it's not a trip hazard. And then we also want to consider this as a painted speed bump, which I'll give you the quantities on that later as well. There's one other speed bump that car is going over right now, and I'm going to show you that. They want to do the same thing and make it more gradual. Okay, here's the speed bump that the city put in just to channel water down the roadway. They'd like to make this more gradual as well because it's real bumpy when you drive over it. So the idea would be to take this out, recreate a new speed bump, but make it wider. So we're looking at 3 feet wide by only a few inches tall, and the length on this is 32 feet. So 32 feet by 3 feet, and only about 3 inches tall. 3 inches tall plus the what looks like about 3 inches of asphalt as well.